Do you want to know what you should look at it as? Will Smith being officially spayed and neutered. That's what it is. We have just watched this completely over the last year unfold. The spaying and the neutering of Will Smith, formerly a man, formerly someone that people looked up to as an actor, now realizing that he doesn't have an ounce of manhood left in him because he refuses to file for divorce from this vile creature.
Jada dropped a bombshell in her memoir, revealing that she and Will have actually separated since 2016. Whoa, talk about dramatic. Their journey back to each other after facing some serious challenges reminds us that even seemingly perfect couples go through tough times. Of course, controversy has followed Jada and Will throughout their relationship. In 2013, Jada's comments about open marriage sparked intense speculation about their dynamic behind closed doors. And then there were those cheating allegations involving Will and his co-star Margot Robbie. While the rumors were never directly addressed, they definitely got people talking. And let's not forget the Scientology accusations that Jada denied. All these controversies have had us wondering about their non-traditional approach to marriage and their personal beliefs. Now let's shift our focus to Jada Pinkett Smith's tell-all book, Worthy. This memoir is like a backstage pass into their marriage, promising to reveal personal insights that could potentially shake up their image as a power couple. Hollywood is buzzing with anticipation, and fans and critics alike are eager to get their hands on this book. The revelations within its pages have the potential to reshape public perception of Will Smith, and the consequences could be massive. We've seen how scandals can completely change a celebrity's career and public image, and with the release of Worthy, Will Smith's reputation in Hollywood may face a significant shift, affecting future projects and endorsements. The ripple effects of this controversy could shape the trajectory of his career, and that's a big deal. Where there's controversy, there's always someone ready to stir the pot. And in this case, it's none other than the outspoken conservative commentator Candace Owens. She hasn't held back in her criticism of Jada Pinkett Smith and her memoir. Owens raises valid points about the potential damage the book may cause to Will Smith's reputation.
Because you guys were married. You're a married couple, and vows mean something, no matter how much Hollywood is trying to convince the masses that really they don't. It can be progressive. We can consciously uncouple. We can stay married and sleep with other people, which is exactly what she did, by the way, when she decided to carry on an affair with a young man who was in his early 20s. I think he was 23 years old, a rapper named August, who was friends with her son. Yeah, Jada. She carried on an affair with one of his friends after he met her when he was young. Absolutely disgusting, despicable. You can't even consider the impact that it has had on the mentality of their children. Here's a picture of August. And you might notice that he looks a little different than clean-cut Will Smith, and there's a reason for that. It's because Jada Pinkett Smith is for the streets. I say that because everything that she has told us about herself and her upbringing and her lifestyle and the things that she craves indicates that what she really wants is somebody that's a little harder than Will Smith. Absolutely. She's obsessed with Tupac. She's talked about Tupac for years following his death. Will Smith even conveyed this in his own book, that he was jealous of the special bond that she carried with Tupac, and she still holds a torch for him, despite the fact that he passed many years ago to this day, because that's what she wants. She wants to be a part of the thug life. As I said, she is for the streets, while trying to convince you that her family has attained something, that if only everyone understood how open and honest and amazing things could be, they could have it too. Now I'm going to run this interview back for you from her Red Table Talk Facebook show back in 2020, when she invited her husband to talk about her affair that she had, to essentially tell the public that it was totally fine that she cheated on him, because he wasn't doing the things that he needed to do as a man. Yeah, you can't even imagine a man sitting down, agreeing to sit down and do this publicly, but somehow Will Smith did. And it's so cringeworthy, we should watch it again. Take a listen.
I feel like that husband, like I'm with you at the press conference. I'm that husband, now I gotta be with you at the press conference while you like tell the world about your transgressions. Like, I love my baby. I'm gonna stand by my baby no matter what.
Well, you know, I definitely understand why it would look that way or feel that way, but I actually don't look at it as a transgression at all.
Do you want to know what you should look at it as? Will Smith being officially spayed and neutered. That's what it is. We have just watched this completely over the last year unfold. The spaying and the neutering of Will Smith, formerly a man, formerly someone that people looked up to as an actor, now realizing that he doesn't have an ounce of manhood left in him because he refuses to file for divorce from this vile creature. Not vile because she's agreed to have this relationship. By the way, I'm not removing him from this. Both of them sat down and agreed to have this, not relationship, lack of a relationship, right? This fraudulent marriage so that they can maintain appearances in the public. But vile because she keeps publicly embarrassing him in this way. She routinely, publicly shames him in this way. There's nothing left of Will Smith. There really isn't, you know? And now we obviously have an example of that, having been at the Oscars. New context provided. They weren't even married. So how fraudulent could Will Smith have been to say, "Don't keep my wife's name out of your mouth, thug life. Keep my wife's name"? How dare you even use that title, wife, to describe somebody that you are not only living an entirely separate existence from, but also allowing other men to sleep with? Isn't your wife? You are not a husband. These words have meaning, sacred meaning. It is a union that happens under God, not in Hollywood, because nothing happens under God. In fact, everything happens under Satan. Yeah, it's demonic. That's why I try to remind you every single day on this show that none of these people are aspirational. They're all dogs. They're all for the streets. And that's all I have to say about that.
Her social media posts and interviews have added another layer to the ongoing pop culture discourse surrounding this controversial topic. This situation highlights the challenges faced by celebrities when balancing personal struggles and maintaining a positive public image. Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith aren't alone in navigating these difficulties. Many other celebrity couples have faced similar challenges, and it's this relatability that keeps us hooked on their stories. To sum it all up, Jada Pinkett Smith's memoir, Worthy, has unleashed a storm of controversy in Hollywood. The potential implications for Will Smith's reputation are significant, and Candace Owens' criticism adds fuel to the fire. As this story continues to unfold, it's crucial to stay updated with credible sources and maintain a well-rounded perspective. The journey of Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith is far from over, so let's keep our eyes peeled for further developments and revelations. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more exciting updates from the world of entertainment. Until next time, stay curious.
Which was for all missing children. California is really focused on changing things so much that, well, they're just bringing back good old-fashioned segregation. Yep. An Ebony Alert is a specialized alert notification which has been signed in by Governor Gavin Newsom, which creates a specific alert system to bring back missing Black children and women home in California. Incredible that this bill made it all the way through and it made it onto his desk, and nobody thought that it was problematic. I think I tell you this on the show all the time. If you pay attention to the Democrats, they're just reintroducing everything that's happened in the past. They were pro-Jim Crow and pro-segregation, and they just give a spin on it nowadays when they're like, well, but this is progressive, it's aspirational. We should all be moving towards understanding that we need Black-only spaces. Black-only spaces? Do you mean like Black-only water fountains like they had in the Jim Crow South? Black-only schools? Yep, they're talking about Black-only dorms. And so why not introduce a Black-only alert system, which I guess you're supposed to realize that you should pay more attention to an Ebony Alert as opposed to an Amber Alert. Like I always say, if you're ever wondering if something is racist in society today, you need to have a litmus test. Just change around the circumstances to the exact opposite and let me know if it could exist. So he's introduced this bill with an Ebony Alert. Could you imagine if Tennessee, where I live, decided to introduce a bill and they called it the Ivory Alert? They said, we actually realized that when white kids go missing, we wanted to have a special focus. And so we're going to have the Ivory Alert and everyone's phones will go off so they know that a sweet white child has gone missing. Imagine the outrage. You would just have people rioting in the streets tomorrow. But for whatever reason, when you flip it and you say Ebony Alert, people think it's perfectly fine. I want to be clear here that when you see this level of stupidity, it is not because Black Americans agree with it. In fact, let's jump into some of the comments. Here are some that were under the publication TMZ on their Instagram about this Ebony Alert announcement. This person writes, and this is a Black woman, "I don't agree with the Ebony Alert. We only need one alert for children because race should not matter." Very sound opinion. Another person writes, a way for authorities to decide how fast they want to respond. Third person writes, why do we need 2 missing kid alert systems? I feel like this is another form of segregation.